and I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is it factive? If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
This video taken by the I.S.U.P.K is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's offensive.
Niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but these coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I might have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life passing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they more want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sip that pool wow, got your laced up out your shoe now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on the nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip it damn nuts, yeah I know. Crazy what coon people will do for these hoes. But I ain't even pressed, I see why you going on. My nigga, you dead wrong, bust a nut, get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy. Black and white land, shit is crazy.
I'm freshen up, cleaner than a motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get to walking on the cause she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, homie. Unleashed it to the G. Who is he, that nigga from SC? Get your level straight before you approach a G. Cyan TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Tryna shoot at us now later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the barrel, blang, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga. You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest hoeing. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
Okay, Most High in Christ, let's clap it up. Shalom to everyone that's in the class. If you're in the class, just put in a comment, say shalom. Make sure you like the video, share it. Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K. starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. The I.S.U.P.K. teach the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are the biblical Israelites, the chosen people of God that the Bible speaks of. Today is the scripture breakdown class, so if you have any questions, any scriptures you need broken down, any questions you need answering, put them in the chat. You can call in, I believe we call in show on Friday. Put them in the chat, and we'll get to your questions. If you need any scriptures broken down, put them in the chat. We have classes in the I.S.U.P.K. UK school throughout the week. On Monday, we have the history class taught by Captain Parashia. On Tuesday, and all the classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday are in the school. We have a school in Birmingham, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. So on Monday, that's the history class taught by Captain Parashia. On Tuesday, it's done online. That's the Brotherhood class taught by Manchester, Officer Tazarpo and myself. On Wednesday, we have a law class in the school from 7 till 9 taught by Officer Damgabar. On Thursday, which is today, we have the scripture breakdown class where you bring all your scriptures, anything you've been reading throughout the week, anything you don't understand, you need clarity on, you bring that here. This is taught by Officer Karathia. And then on Friday, we also have the Lashwan Kodash, where you can learn the Hebrew, taught by Officer Shamgar. And we have the On the End radio show on Friday as well, from 9 till 11. There's no questions in the comment section at the moment. I'm just holding down for Officer Karathia. So with this topic, without our God, we cannot overcome oppression. I'm just going to get into a scripture while we're waiting. So I'm going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. Because a lot of Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we think, you know, the answer to our oppression is something like reparations, or, you know, defunding the police, or whatever solution they come up with. They see, oh, the oppressor, he has money, and he doesn't suffer the way we suffer, so we think that the answer is money. But really, the answer is serving our God. When we have our God and we serve our God, and he is a father unto us, then he protects us from the oppressors. That's the only way that we can overcome this oppression. We can't overcome it by getting money. And rich Black people will tell you they still get pulled over by the police. Some of them will get called, get the police called on them in their own neighborhoods because their neighbors think someone's breaking into their house because they see a Black man entering their house. So if you think having money is a problem, just look at Kyrie Irving, look at Kanye West. Having money is not the answer. Neither is anything to do with the police, defunding, more funding, over policing, under policing. None of that will fix our issues, man. Only the Most High can fix our issues. I'm going to get your scripture in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So if we will hearken diligently, if we will listen and understand and comprehend the law, statutes, commandments in this Bible, if we understand this, we follow this, we live by this, if we will hearken diligently, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. So to observe and to do. We don't just observe like the Christian church. We don't just read what it says and say that's in the Old Testament. We observe these law, statutes, commandments, and we do them. We live by them. What will happen when we do this? That the Lord thy God will set thee high above all nations of the earth. And if we do this, if we return to our God and we keep the law, statutes, and commandments that were given to us, that were given to our forefathers, it was given to Moses, it was given to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, it was given to the 12 tribes of Israel that you see today, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. If we keep these law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High will set us high above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. And we see the state that we're in. We can see that at the moment in time, we are in the lowest state of all the nations in the earth. All the nations have a land, they have a language, they know their history, and we have nothing, man. We have no land. We dwell in the lands of our oppressors. We dwell in the land of our slave owners, man, of our slave masters. We have no language. We don't know what our original tongue is. We don't know Hebrew. We know English, Spanish, French, Portuguese. We know all these oppressors' languages because that's what they taught us in slavery. But we don't know our own language. Nigerians, they speak Nigerian. Ghanaians, they speak Ghanaian, or what, so on and so on. The Arabic people, they speak Urdu or whatever dialect they speak. But we don't have one of our own. Why? Because it was whipped out of us in slavery. They said, come let us deal wisely with them. And they said in the Bible, I believe this in Psalms, they said they were trying to cut us off from being a nation. So they cut us off from our history. They cut us off from our heritage. And who did they put in our place? They put the so-called Jewish man. They put the so-called Jewish man in our place. So that when we hear the word Jewish or Jew, you don't think of a black man. You think of these oppressors with a little twirly hair and a little hat on their head and their black robe and whatever the hell they wear, man. That's what you think of when you hear the word Jewish or Jew. Well, the Jews of this Bible are black. The Bible says that Paul was called Niger, meaning black. Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. And if you know anything about history, the Egyptians were a dark-skinned race of people. The Egyptians were Africans. It ain't the Cleopatra that you see in the movie. It ain't those European-looking Africans. That's not the case. The real Egyptians were dark-skinned. And Paul, who was a Benjamite, who was my tribe, was mistaken for one. Meaning what? The Jews are also dark-skinned race of people, man. Ain't the so-called Jewish man with his twirly hair. But anyway, let me get back into the scripture. Salakia. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So if we listen to our God, if we return back unto our God and we make supplication unto him, blessings will come unto us, man. We'll receive so many blessings, it will overtake us. We'll be a nation that is overtaken with blessings. We'll flourish and prosper. We'll have land and riches and you know, the land will be plentiful, not like this oppressor's land where he has to pump all sorts of GMO and whatever modified fertilizer and stuff to make for him to get a good yield. We'll be blessed by the Most High God, man. The Most High that can make it rain, that can make the land dry. The Most High that decides everything on this earth. We'll be blessed from him. We don't need to have no GMO. All these blessings, if we hearken into the voice of the Lord our God, we'll be overtaken with blessings. It ain't about reparations. It ain't about, you know, getting rich and so-called making out the hood. Because even if you make out the hood, you're still seen as a hoodlum, man. You're still seen as a black man. You can't escape your skin tone. You might be able to escape your community, or you might be able to escape your neighborhood, but you can't escape that skin tone, man. You can't escape the way you walk and the way you talk. You can try to talk white, but I don't know. They know what an authentic white person sounds like, and they'll catch you out, man. You say axe or some shit. You say, like, you mean say ask. You say axe. Listen, there's just certain ways we talk because we got flavor. We just put a little flavor in everything. And the moment they see you got a bit of flavor, they'll know you're not one of them, man. You can act white. You can talk white, you can bleach your skin, but you'll never be them. You'll never be their people. They will never love you the way that the Most High loves you, man. The way that Christ loves you, and he wants you to return unto him. The Christ that loved you so much that he died so that you have a chance in today. Though you've been sinning, though you've been serving other gods, you've been celebrating Christmas, you've been celebrating birthdays, you've been eating pork, you've been doing all these sins. We all deserve to die for the sins we've done in the past. But our King Yahushua Christ loved us so much that he died for our sins so that we have a chance to return back to our God, man. No oppressor has ever made any sort of sacrifice like that for you. So why are we trying to follow the oppressor? Why are we trying to follow him? When we should follow a man that loved us so much that he died for us, man. That he went through torture for us, man. That's who we should follow. That's who we should serve. I'm also in Christ. Look at that. Shalom,
Shalom, Yahweh, Shaka. Again, so it's Thursday class. You did the intro already? I waste my time saying it, yeah?
Come on, I did the intro.
All right, cool. So everything that Alban said, yeah? So lucky. You finished the whole thing, yeah?
Come on.
All right, most uncurrent. So everything that Alban said. Any questions?
So I don't have any questions at the moment. I was just going into Deuteronomy 28, so on your topic.
Deuteronomy what, sorry?
Deuteronomy 28:1, where if we hearken unto the voice of the Lord, if we hearken unto our God, we'll receive blessings instead of curses.
Absolutely. If we listen to the most, and this is on our topic. This is on the topic today as well. If we listen to God, God blesses us. If we disobey God, he curses us.
Right.
And the curse just means a punishment, man. And what you see black people going through today is the curses of God. Simple as that. Let me tell you something. No one can help us but the Most High, man. If anyone could help us but God, then we wouldn't be in slavery no more. We wouldn't be in oppression no more. Let me tell you something. Black people have tried it all.
That's right.
We've tried absolutely everything. We voted. We've marched. The same system that hates us, we've even joined that system. We said, you know what? Politics and blah, 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 it's rough. You know what? Let's join politics. Let's change it from the inside out. We've done it all. Right. And none of it works, man. But there's one thing we haven't tried, and that's this Bible, man. That's right. Coming back to God. Let's listen to these laws, man. We first of all, what did we first do to get free? Christianity. That's the first thing we did, man. That's the first thing we did. Loving our oppressor. That's the first thing we did. Didn't work for us. Didn't happen for us. Ain't working for us. Then we tried Islam. Then we tried Rastafarianism. Then we tried Egyptology. We tried every single religion you could think of. Then we started to get political, man. We started going to school. Nothing wrong with going to school. You know what I mean? But we thought, yeah, get the education. The problem is, man, we're not out of slavery because we're not educated enough. Then we got educated. We got into the books. And now we're just educated slaves, man. Now we're just educated, oppressed people, man. Dion Abbott, who's a black MP, just recently, last week, got suspended. Anyone see that on TV? Dion Abbott got suspended because she said that Jewish people didn't really experience slavery. Excuse me. She got suspended for having an opinion. That's someone that's oppressed. That's someone that went to school. That's someone that went to college, went to university. She even sits down in the House of Commons and the House of Lords, man, with the big politicians, and she can't say, well, I don't believe this. I don't believe that. God forbid, 1 second.
Come on, guys.
Like I was saying, these things, they're good. It's good to not have, education, but these things can't save us. But the Most High, only God can save us, man. Only God can save us. God was the one that saved us in time of Exodus. He's the one that can save us today. It's crazy because the so-called Jewish man, even he knows something that we don't know, man. The so-called Jewish man believes that he's the real Jew, and he tries to keep the laws of God as much as he can, so-called, even though he does it wrong, because he thinks that God saves his people, and he thinks that God's with him, so he thinks that he got to serve that God, which is wrong, mind you, as much as he can, because that God will save him. Even he knows that being saved don't come from politics, man. Don't come from being strong and being like the Black Panthers and getting guns and marching. Even he knows that, man. Even though he's wrong. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
It's like Deuteronomy 28:1.
28:1, yeah, Baba Kashar.
Come on, can't say. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
And the Lord said we should observe and listen to all his commandments, man. To do and observe all his commandments. What's some of his commandments, man? You can't get tattoos, man. You can't be a sexual deviant, man. You can't smoke crack, weed, or deal it, or smoke it, or give it to somebody else. You can't make whores of his sisters, man. The Lord said, you don't want to obey my laws this day. We done?
Oh, I can't. The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So this is the flip side. The Lord said, if you keep my commandments, meaning if you do these things, man, I will set you on high above all nations. Now, as you know, we are not on high, man. We are beneath all nations. We're below all nations. All nations hate us, man. All nations love what black people produce, but hate us. I can never fathom it. I could never get my head around it. People love the dancing and the singing, and people love Michael Jackson, but they don't like the people that Michael Jackson comes from. People love the cooking that black people produce, but they don't like black people. People love the hairstyles and dress like us and put on the Air Force Ones and the trainers, but people hate black people. Tommy Hilfiger makes clothing for black people, but hates black people. I could never fathom it, man. We are the ones that are beneath all nations. Even nations that are low look down on us. The so-called African man who's poor, the whole continent of Africa is poor, man. Every last country in Africa is poor. And guess what? They come to England and look down on us. The Indian man, which the oppressor laughs at, man. Look at them Indians, calls them raggeds or whatever. They look down on us. You name a nation that's low and destitute that people laugh at, man. They even look down on us. Why? Because we don't listen to God, man. We want to be Christian. We want to be Buddhist. We want to be sexual deviants. We want to be pimps and gangbangers. And that's why everyone else looks down on us. We're not on high above all nations. Keep it in.
And all these blessings shall come on thee.
And all these blessings will come upon us. We will be blessed, man. You see how nowadays all these nations, you see about Dubai. Dubai is a blessed nation, man. Dubai got oil and 6-star hotels and To go to Dubai, you gotta take a Dubai plane. You gotta take an Emirates plane. No other airline can get paid for going into Dubai. That's what you call riches. That's what you call wealth. But thanks to the Christian church, a black man is wants to go to heaven. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame, Alban? Imagine this, man. Dubai and every other country, they teach us about dying and going to heaven and getting our blessing in heaven. Meanwhile, they're getting their blessing right here, man. The Lord said if we follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, we will be blessed. And to be blessed is to be blessed right here. Christianity got us wanting to be blessed when we die. Dubai is a Muslim country, and them same Muslims don't want their blessings when they die. They want their blessings right now.
Right.
That's why they took all the oil and built up Dubai. That's why you got to fly Emirates to go to Dubai. They're saying if you want to come to our country, you got to pay us. You can't go to Dubai on Norwegian airline. You can't go to Dubai on British Airways. They get paid for their people. Why? Because they want heaven. They want blessings right now. But thanks to Christianity, we should have died to get our blessings, man. Black people, we've been played, man. We've been played. Keep it in.
Can't. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee.
And overtake us. All these blessings will overtake us. If we follow the Lord, we'll be overtaken with blessings, man. Just like the Arabs, just like the oppressor, just like the so-called Jewish man. We'll be overtaken. Imagine you're Alban, you got one blessing and you got the next one coming.
Right.
Just getting blessings. Like, imagine you get one check in the post here, and little do you know, next week, as you open that one, there's another check in the post. It's in the Royal Mail. And that one's coming to you as well. That was us, man. It's overtaken with blessings. You know what I mean? A top nation. You know what I mean? Beautiful women, our own land, our own language, our own dress code. People coming to our land for jobs, man. Today, people come to England for jobs, and England gives them a visa, saying, you know what, you can come to our country, make money, but we need a cut of that. You're gonna come to our country and reap the benefits and bring it back to your country. We got to get a cut of that, man. That's how the whole visa thing works. I mean, you can work, you can make money, but you're gonna come here. Just like when you watch a gangster movie, and you know, the man said that you can use my territory, you know, you can come in here, but you have to pay me a cut. That's how a visa works, man. Right. So you can come to England, you know what I mean? You can get, you know, you got what's the visa called, right? On the student visa. You can come, but you got to work only a certain amount of hours. Why? It's to stop people from taking advantage of their country. That's how every other nation thinks. The person saying, you know what, you want to come here for education, fine. And we understand that when you come here, you need to eat. So we understand that you need to work. But listen, don't think that you're going to come to our country, work all the hours in the world on a student visa and send it back to your country and play us. That's what they say. That's like a student visa. You can only work a certain amount of hours. If they find that you're working more, they will expel your visa, man, and send you home. Why? Because they love their people. They're saying you're going to use our people. You ain't going to take advantage of our people. But thanks to Christianity, listen, Christianity, everyone takes advantage of us. We don't even care no more. We make oppressors come and have sex with our women. Our men are great, you know, strong basketball players and football players have sex with these white women. The few rich men we have in our community, other nations take them. We're extorted. Meanwhile, no one else is getting extorted. If you go to Dubai, they're saying, listen, you can come to Dubai, but listen, you got to fly one of our planes. We get paid if you want to come and experience our sun. But Jamaica, no. When you go to Jamaica, a Chinese man gets paid. You go visit them. In Jamaica, every beach is private, man. You got to pay a man that ain't even Jamaican to use a beach. Money goes in his pocket, and that's your beach, man. That's like paying a man money so you can go in your own back garden. It's your back garden, but you got to pay a man rent for that. We get taken advantage of. No other nation gets taken advantage of. You know why? Because they are free. They are free. We are slaves, man. Right. We're the slaves. We're the ones that people come in our neighborhood and rob us. We're the ones with all the talent, man. We're the ones rapping and singing and dancing. Meanwhile, the record company gets 90% of the money. We're the one with all the talent. And meanwhile, the so-called Jewish community, they rob us for our talent. Why? Because we ain't free. Even though we're the ones with the talent, we go out. A black man's dream is to what? Get a record deal, man. A black man's job is to get a record deal. What? Basically saying, like, the whole game is to be a good rapper, be talented, and then hopefully an oppressor will see my talent and take me in. When we're the ones with the talent, man, why can't Snoop Dogg and all these rappers come together and make our own record company, man? You know why? Because we are servants. You know what I mean? Free men don't think like how we think. Even when we're rich, we're still servants, man. We ain't blessed. We ain't blessed. But had we followed God, we would have been blessed. We would have had riches, man. Keep it in.
Con. Blessed shall slack you, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
And blessed shall we be in the city. Blessed shall we be in the field, man. Blessed in the city and the field. You got a lot in Jamaica. A lot of black people left from the city, left from the country to go to the city looking for jobs, man. And guess what happened when they made it to the city? There was no jobs there too. You get so dream. A lot of black people left from Jamaica and the Caribbean. The Windrush left from there. Why? To come to England for better jobs. And guess what? We wasn't blessed in the field, and we weren't blessed in the city. We weren't blessed back home. And when we came here looking for jobs, we were called Gollywog, coon, and get home and piss off back to your country. Yeah. We weren't blessed either way, man. Please. We weren't blessed either way. But the Lord said, had we followed him, we would have been. We would have been. And the scripture basically saying, anywhere you go, black man, you would have been blessed. Anything we set our hand to, we would have been blessed, man. Keep it in.
Come. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground.
The Bible goes, blessed will be the fruit of your body. What's the fruit of your body?
See, children.
There you go, your children, man. Your fruit is what, like the fruit of an apple tree is apples, the fruit of a banana tree is bananas, and the fruit of a man is his children. The Bible said, blessed are your children. Our children wouldn't have been locked up in jail, man. Our children wouldn't be running around terrorizing the streets, man, carrying knives to protect themselves. Our children wouldn't have to come in the house at 9 or before the street lights come on because it's too dangerous. Our children aren't like my children are scared of your children. My children want to kill your children. Our children are the ones that are in the streets ganging, man. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. Forget about it. In any country we go to, any city we go to, it's our children that's causing all the havoc, man. And our children would have been blessed. Our children wouldn't be behind bars, man. Locked up, man. It's a nice hoodie, done. It's like a nice hoodie you got in there, man. Fuck with it, man. It's like, oh, Christ. Carry on.
Come. And the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep.
And what's this talking about, Rabban? Your cattle, your kine, your sheep. What would that be today?
Back in the day, it was like farming. So in today's age, it would be like, it's like the fruits of your work. It's like your
I help you out. What's a big thing today? What everyone's saying? Everyone's saying support what?
Support black businesses. Okay.
There you go. Support black businesses. Blessed be your cattle, your kine, your sheep. This is a business right here, man.
Right.
So the Bible's saying, this is black businesses. You got sheep. If you got sheep, you know what you got? If you got sheep, you got milk. You can open up a milk shop, man. If you got that same sheep, you got wool. Or you can sell material, jumpers, whatever the case may be, man. You got sheep. What else? You got loads of sheep. Guess what else you can do? Sell lamb chops, man. Burgers. Have a butcher shop. That's a black business right there. Shalom, Christ. Do me a favor. Give some money on that, people, for sure. These are all the things you got. You got cows. You got leather. You got cows. You got fat. You got all types of stuff. That's a black business right there. So the Lord said, bless your cattle, your cows, your sheep. He's not talking about black businesses, which we don't have today, mind you. We don't. Every black man don't go to a... You want chips, you can't go to a black man. Black men don't own chip shops. You want a car, you can't go to a black man. Why we don't own cars? You know what I mean? You want clothing, you can't go to a black man. Why we don't own clothing? And it's so hard for us nowadays that the Indian man got the plug. So the Indian man can get his merchandise for cheap and sell it for cheap, but the black man can't. Why? Because he ain't used to the game. So he buys stuff expensive and got to sell it expensive to seek back. And us being in the world always see the price and go, yo, that black shop's 2 teeth, I ain't going there, nah, man, I ain't supporting 2 teeth. But it's not 2 teeth, man. The society is made out like this man's an evil black man sitting in his house just bump up the prices because he's greedy. Yeah. No, he needs to, because if he spent 50 on it, he got at least see 55 to see it back, man. That's all it is. But now our black businesses are cursed. But once upon a time, our black business was blessed, man. Was blessed. We wouldn't go nowhere else for anything. Keep it in.
Come. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
And the Bible goes, blessed shall be your basket and your store. You know what your basket is, right? Your basket and your storage is your savings, man.
Right.
Your basket and your storage, your savings. Would it been blessed? But ain't blessed no more. So like, yeah, every black man can't save for nothing, man. So like, every time he tried to save, oh God, some bill pops up, man. Like every single year without fail, I struggle to make it to Passover, man. Every single year, I tell myself, you know what, I ain't struggling this year, you know. I'm like a broken CD. I ain't struggling this year, you know. I'm ready. So I'm gonna put down the money from now, you know. And every year, man, every year at Albon, I struggle to make it, man. Because every year something breaks, every year something happens, every year something happens. You know what I mean? And you gotta spend it, man. Why are baskets cursed? We don't press. Ask an average oppressor, yeah, how much do you have in your account, man? I tell you, well, you know, 10 grand, 20 grand. We have zero. Right. It's crazy. Sometimes I figure like how are we living? Like how am I living? Like it must be God. I don't know how I'm here fed with meat on my bones. I'm thinking, raw. Who has zero in their account? Like, if something was happening to me right now, I wouldn't know where we're gonna get the first cent from. And that's how a lot of us live, man. It sounds ridiculous, but that's how a lot of us live, man. Someone hold that, man. Get me her back up real quick. I think it's a backup. I think it's a backup. Shit. 1 second. Oh, man. Let me get it. Yeah, give me her back. That's Haggai. It's like a Haggai 1 and 6. Talking about the same curse, man, about no savings, man.
Come on, the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
That's talking about us, man. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man. So means to plant, and that's us, man. We're working hard. It's mad because black people we fight for overtime, and yet when the overtime comes, you don't know where it's gone. The overtime you work for last month, where's it gone? The overtime you beg your boss, I beg you for overtime. And I was going, can't take it, you know. You can't know where it is. You're begging the man for something that's gonna go. We work so much, yet gain so little, man. We're working in 9 to 5s, the doubles, the this to that, the 9 to 5s, picking up 2 jobs. When this job finishes, doing that job, all these side hustles, and you know, you got little this hustle. We sow so much, but yet gain so little, man. Putting so much work, but we don't see it, man. It all goes, man. We gain so little. Keep it in.
But it's like, yeah, ye eat, but ye have not enough.
And we eat, but we don't have enough, man. We don't have enough. Imagine we paying rent, and the house still ain't ours, man. Still ain't ours. Unless you got a mortgage, you're one step closer to the house being yours. A lot of us are renting and we're paying extortion prices. And it's mad. Every year the rent goes up and up and up, and we're just killing ourselves, and we're not even getting a step closer to freedom. We're not getting a step closer to, you know, independence. We're still in the same spot. And next month, we're going to do it again and again and again and again. We're bossing ourselves and bossing our balls, for my French, and working hard. And we ain't progress, ain't gone nowhere. We're just getting by. That's what the Bible's speaking about. Not the oppressor, though. The oppressor got a mortgage plan, and this plan. And the Indian man came here in the 60s. Now he owns every shop, every off license. Even nowadays, you see Romanian shops, man. Romanian man come yesterday. Right. Somali man come yesterday. And they got stores that we don't have. Keep it in.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Keep it in.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Keep it in. So and we clothe ourselves. I was still ain't warm, still ain't comfortable. Keep it in.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Read that again.
And he that earneth wages.
He that goes to work, it's a 9 to 5, gets paid. It's what's it called? A check or paying to your bank or a gyro, whatever the case may be. Keep it in.
Earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
And this man, so what does that mean? That he that earneth wages puts it in a bag with holes.
And as soon as you put the money in there, it's just leaking out, man.
There you go, man.
Bill you got to pay. Always.
There you go. As soon as you get your money, it's gone. You put your money. He that got wages puts it in a bag with a hole. That's our wage, man. That's how black people live. We put our money in a bag with a hole in there. Before your wage even comes, the oppressor got his hand in there. Before your wage even comes, child support look at the money like, yeah, right. I'm gonna take that 20% there. Before you get your wages, your rent, Your rent's like, yeah, soon that comes in, you know the ones that when you get paid at midnight and you got your direct debit, so soon it comes in, boom, everyone just drags it. That's you, man. You know the ones that you wait, you got all your bills to come out on the first, set to the first, and you get paid, and then come midnight, phone bill, boom, Sky, boom, rent, boom. Everyone just takes their piece out of your money, man, just rubs you blind, and you take the what left. You take the what left and try to be happy, like, let me go dance with this, let me go party with this. Knowing that you're gonna struggle. Why do we do that? So I'm gonna treat myself, to this, that, knowing that if we buy that, I'm gonna struggle for the rest of the month, but we do it anyway. We see, as you know what, might as well. Can't live a miserable life. That's the life we live, man. It's a horrible life, man. It's a horrible life, man. And black man, listen, to be truly blessed, what God said in the Bible, to be truly blessed, black man, is to have slaves, man. To be truly blessed, black man, is to have a land of your own. Right. Don't listen to Christianity. Christianity lies to us, man. Tells us fairy tales, but we gotta die and go to heaven. No, that's a lie, man. Them same Muslims that tell us, Allah got 100, heavens. Yeah, that one, 100 heavens, and if you make it to the 99 heaven, is you blessed enough to be in there? Them same Muslims are what? Doing what? Building up Dubai, man. Them same Muslims are building skyscrapers, man, and saying that if you want to come to Dubai, you must fly Emirates. Dubai gets paid every time you come into Dubai. You can't. British Airways don't get paid to go to Dubai. Norwegian don't get paid to Dubai. American Airlines, you must pay them only. Why? They know something you don't know, black man. The heaven's right here, man. Here it is to be blessed. We gotta die for us, man. We gotta work a 9 to 5, and we live a horrible life. And the oppressor keep digging into our wages, and we think, well, it's only for now. Couple 60 more years, and go to that place in the clouds, innit? Meanwhile, them people that tell some lies don't believe it. They don't believe it themselves. That Christian oppression is getting a second mortgage, man, and expanding and building, man, and taking over the world, man. We got businesses, and Microsoft is spreading all over the world. Why? Because they know heaven's here, right here, man. That's what it means to be blessed. And that's what God was going to give us in Deuteronomy 28, man. Real blessings, man. Blessings in the city, in the field. You know what I mean? Our cattle, our store. Those are the things that need to be blessed, man. I ain't trying to wait and die. I want my black businesses blessed right here, man. Go back to Deuteronomy 28, Baba Kushar.
No, I can't. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 5. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
This is real blessings, man. I'm not dying to go to heaven. In fact, I don't want to go to heaven, man. I've seen the picture of heaven. And it's not a place I want to be, man. I don't want to be no clouds with white garments. Someone's floating, man, with a heart, man. You give me my cattle, my sheep, my car, my house, my land, my lovely children going, doing wonderful things in life, expanding oil. I want my own business, man. I want Karafia and Sons, man. I want people to come to me begging for a job, man. I got to give them a CV. I want Preston coming to me saying, it's like you say, I don't want, I shine your horse, I clean your horse.
Right.
For £10, and I go, yeah, go on there, man. Just make sure you brush it properly, I want land on my own, man. I want to thrive in business, man. You know how McDonald's, you got McDonald's in every single country on the face of the earth. Listen, they have a McDonald's in India. In India, where they don't even eat beef, man. And they sell lamb instead. That's the heaven I want, man. You can keep that heaven on the white cloud. I don't want it. I want the heaven. I want to be like, what's his name? Elon Musk and Microsoft and them, man. I want that kind of riches, man. I want a big house. I want to see I want to look at my riches and go, rock a nice house, man. Well, yeah. Been in my house for many generations, Yeah, you know the ones there. Yeah, I've been practicing it. Yeah. Great granddad built that, man. Been in my family for many generations, I want to just rock up to the garage, Radar. Just rock up to the garage, and tell them, man, yeah, just give it a service. The other ones, you don't ask about the price. So I'll say, yo, what's wrong with it? Wait, before you do anything, let me know the price. I want to just rock up and say, yeah, just keep my tune up, man. That's what I want to do, man. I want that kind of riches, man. I'm not trying to die and go to heaven, man. I'm not trying to float with no angels, man. I want heaven. I want my heaven right here. I want the blessing that God gave me right here, man.
Right.
So, any question? I thought hand up. Question one. Say again. But the kingdom of heaven, listen, we ain't gonna build no houses. The heathen are. We're gonna live in them. The Bible goes, what? I give you graveyards that you dig not. I give you houses that you built not. Someone get me that real quick, man. But that's what the Lord's giving us. Just like how we gave the oppressor houses that they didn't build. We gave rich, young, teenage oppressors got money that they didn't work for, money that we work for. And we're getting the exact same thing, man. Let me get that real quick. Oh man, I can't even find it. They give me Deuteronomy 6 and 11. Baba Kushar.
Deuteronomy 6 and verse 11. And houses full of all good things which thou fillest not.
There you go, man. That's what we're getting. We're getting houses full of all good things that we filled not. You know what that means? Imagine you bust a door to a house and the TV's in there, gold in there, plates, everything set up, and you didn't go August and buy the TV. You didn't go to Wix and lay down the tiles. You didn't go to B&Q and fix the garden and buy the slabs and the cement. Houses dig that you let houses. Read that again, Baba Kushar.
And houses full of all good things which thou fillest not.
And houses full of all good things, man, that we filled not. We didn't go out there and work for it, and that's going to be us in the kingdom of heaven, man. Nations are going to work for us. They're going to. We're going to be like. We're going to be like. If you look at the oppressor today, and look at us, how we're on the bottom, he's on the top. The road's going to change. I mean, he's going to be nobody, and we're going to be looked up at something. We're going to be wow. I wish I could be like them. Wow, look how they're in order. Look how great they are, and people are going to work for us, man. Why? Because we got God with us, not because we're great, not because we're strong. It's why only because we're the chosen people of God. Simple as that, man. A black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, a woman, we can get that. You can get that, man. All you gotta do is follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Come in the UPK, get your life. You all right? What's wrong? Oh, huh? Oh no, sir. I saw you. Yeah, man. That's all we gotta get. That's all we gotta do, black man. It ain't hard. You know what I mean? It just come with a fight. Oh, so like, yeah. Temptations do happen. But black man, you gotta fight it, man. Black man, you don't want this. You mean tell me you're gonna give up all of this for weed? You're gonna give up all of this for, white women. You're gonna give up all of this for, so you can put on a dress. Come on, man. You're gonna smoke weed. You're gonna keep weed and keep being oppressed. How about you put down weed and then be free, man? Right. How about you put down cocaine but be free, man? If you keep smoking weed, black man, you're gonna be a two-time loser, man. You're gonna be a weed head, that can't catch your breath. We got yellow teeth and whatnot, and still be oppressed, man. Come on, man. You can't go out like that, black man. Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and woman, man. Keep it in.
Can't. And wells digged, which thou diggest not.
And wells dig that we dig not. Back in the day, we didn't have 7 Trent and whatever the case may be. To get water, you needed a well, a deep well that would catch the rain. And the Bible said wells dig that we didn't even dig. That's what we got in the land of Israel. All these things we got in the land of Israel, and all these things, black man, we can get, man, if we serve God. God don't tell lies, man. All these things we can get if we serve our God. All these other nations got fake gods that are not even real, and they are following them religiously. And we got the real God, black man. Listen, this is what he would do for us, man. Go on, sis.
Like in the kingdom, how like now you got some poor black men, you got would be like similar.
That's right. In the kingdom, sister goes in the kingdom where you have, black men rich and black men not so rich. The answer is yes. You know what I mean? You're gonna have rich black men, and you're gonna have what the Bible calls least in the kingdom. One that just like in the white man's kingdom. Anyone seen the movie Django?
Correct.
In the movie Django, you had what's the name? Master Candy, that was rich. And then working for Master Candy, you had what? Poor white people, man. Dirty teeth, everything. But them same poor white people, who were the over? Black man. The same black people work for Master Candy, and they was whipping the back of the black people in the field. And that's the kingdom of heaven. There's gonna be all different ranks of black people, but nonetheless, every black man is going to be over a Chinese. Every black man is going to be over an oppressor. Every black man is going to be over East Indian. Just like in the white man's society, everyone went rich. Every oppressor didn't own slaves, but every oppressor, you couldn't smile in front of them, though. Anyone heard about the laughing barrel? That in America, if you wanted to laugh, you had to put your face in a barrel. So you saw any white man, poor, rich, not so poor, you had to show him respect. You couldn't look him in his eye. And likewise, whether you're a poor black man, rich black man, you are going to be over these devils, man. You're going to be over these Chinese, man, over the East Indians, nonetheless. Poor, rich, stinking rich, wealthy, whatever the case may be. Keep it in.
Call another one, Khan. which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantedst not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full.
And the Bible goes, we're going to be eating and be full. What we read in Haggai, he said that we eat and we're not full. So today, we work so hard, making all the money. It's like I can't chill, got an extra shift to pick up, man. And we still don't know, we're still broke. We took an extra shift, took a 3-4 jobs, and we say, I need that job, I need it, man, because if I can do 3 months on this job, I can pay off my debts. And guess what? Next month there's more debts.
Right.
There's no black man on planet Earth that's worked himself to his full. There's no black man that got himself enough jobs and work to like, right, I can slow down now. I've never seen it in my life. It would never happen, man. If your father had been working from he was born, I guarantee he's still working now. If your grandma's retired, I guarantee she worked her way all the way up into retirement. There's no one that's worked to their full. But the Bible said if we follow God, we'll eat to the full, man. We eat to we got enough now. Oppressors work to get a business. Oppressors work for someone for an amount of time. Chinese, all the other nations, they work for someone for an amount of time until they get themselves on their feet, until they get their own business. We work forever. We work forever, man. And we're slaves. It's a shame. What happens when one business goes belly up? What do we do? Go looking for another slave master that ain't gonna belly up. Would you take me? Can you take me? Are you hiring? You hiring? That's our life, man. Come on, man. That's a life worth living, man. When the East Indian man is free, got his own job, man. Wakes up when he wants to. East Indian man can wake up tomorrow and go, you know what? I open the shop. It'd be silly because he wouldn't make money, but he can say that. Don't have to answer to nobody. Meanwhile, we're looking for who's hiring. Are you hiring? How much are you charging? How about you? Your work's a bit too hard. How about you? You got something? We don't have our own, man. You can thank Christianity for that.
That's right.
Keep it in.
Verse 12. Then beware lest thou forget the Lord, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
There you go. And the Lord said, listen, when you're full, beware, man. Be mindful that you don't forget about me, man. A lot of brothers think, well, I did this myself. I'm rich. I did this in my strength. I did this. I'm the reason why I'm strong. I'm the reason why I'm this. I'm the reason why I'm that. He said, beware, lest you be mindful that you forget about God, man. It can happen. When you're on the up and you're doing so good, you feel like, I ain't gonna follow them laws no more. I'm nice, man. I can do what I want to do, man. Listen, man, it's me. I'm blessed. It was me. It was my logic. It was my expertise why I came up with this plan. I came up with this business. When it wasn't, man. It's the Lord that blessed your business. The Lord that made you strong. It's the Lord that made you wise, man. Keep it in.
Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve him, and shall swear by his name.
Okay, no swear. You can drop it there. Any questions for me, Mr. Topic? I do
have a quick.
Question. So 1 second, Alban, you're very low. If you could turn the volume up, please, Baba Kashar. It might be the laptop, 1 second.
Let me check my mic.
Wait them up.
Can you hear me back now?
You thought, yeah, go on there.
I'm also on Christ. It's like you had a question, just a breakdown. Could I get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 12? It's the one that goes, if any brother have a wife that believeth not, she be pleased to dwell with him, let him put her not away. Break down what it means to be pleased to dwell with him.
Okay, so read that for me, people.
Can't answer. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him put her not away.
Okay, so this is talking about a brother in the truth. You know what I mean? So any brother believes. So you got a brother that's in the truth, and you got a wife that's not in the truth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now this is deep because Christianity will say what the Christianity. What's the famous slogan that Christians say about a man that got a woman who ain't in the truth, or a woman that got a man that don't come to church? Come on. That's what they say. They go, I gotta let you go because the Bible goes, don't be unequally yoked. But Paul's saying something different here. So it's either Paul's contradicting himself or you just don't understand the Bible. Paul's saying if a man got a woman that ain't in the truth and she's pleased to dwell, let them dwell. Don't put her away. Meaning you're in the truth, you don't eat pork. And you know, before you came in the truth or even after, you got a woman and she eats pork. but she's pleased to dwell. She ain't stopping you from doing what you're doing. She's like, listen, I ain't pork, you know, but I don't get down with that Bible. The UPK is too scary for me, but I love the same way. I'm not stopping you. I'm not leaving. I'm not gonna hold on you. You're doing your thing. I do mine. You know what I mean? I go church. You know, church is my thing. She's a black woman, mind you. You know, I do church is my thing. But UPK stuff, I don't believe in it. I done my research. I'm silly. I'm stupid. I don't. You know, the Lord ain't work with me. I don't believe it.
Right.
And don't dash your way. Don't be like, oh, you know, don't be like Christians. Oh, nah, you know what? You gotta go, man. You gotta go because you don't believe in what I believe in. Nah, let her stay. She ain't stopping me from what you gotta do. She's supportive. She's cooking your food, keeping you strong. She's just not there yet, which is the case a lot of times. A lot of the times she ain't there yet. So give her time, or she might not be. But the Bible goes, if she's pleased to dwell, I ain't leaving, man. F this, I'm gone. I'm gonna find me a real man that would celebrate my birthday, that would take me for Valentine's. I'm going, man. The Bible goes, if she's pleased to dwell, she ain't stopping you. She knows you're not gonna get nothing for her birthday. She accepted it, but you know, she still goes to the church. Just to stay with her, man. You know, that's how the Bible's all about brotherhood. That we don't make whores out of our sisters, man. We don't dash them away, even if it's not in the truth. They're not in the truth, but they're still our brothers, man. And we still don't make whores out of them. Because the brother's in the truth, that don't mean we can rob him. Because he's not in the truth. Because the brother ain't in the truth, that don't mean we can pimp people. He want to wash, you know. Yeah, this is gonna cost, you know, certain amount of money. Now we're in the truth.
Right.
That will show people how much more they should be in here. That should show her more that listen, I don't even believe what he believes in, and this man won't allow me to leave and whore. Men have left me for less. You know what I'm saying? I got a phone call. This is not working. You know, yes. You know, it's not working no more. You know, men get bored over time and it's not working no more. Yeah, I'm gone, man. Yeah, that's yeah. Remember that word? Who remembers this, man? Who's old enough? You dumped. Do people say that, Ralph?
Okay.
People say that. Oh, you dumped. Yeah, you dumped. That's showing more that listen, these are righteous men. I don't even believe in what he believes and is still with me. These are righteous. I don't believe in what he believes and he wouldn't even rob me. That show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that this is the place to be. So that's what it means, Alban. If the unbelieving, but then there's a flip side though. There's a flip side. If she don't believe and she wants to leave, then let her leave, man. Let me get it real quick.
It's like loose surf. Let's see.
If you could, Radar, get me Romans. Sorry, 1 Corinthians 7. Give me 15, Baba Kushar.
What do you want?
Sorry. You know what, but you might as well get you there already, yeah? Give me 15.
1 Corinthians 7 and 15. Come on. No, it's let's see. Oh,
same chapter.
15. Come on. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. Oh, so
it said, if the unbelieving depart, let them go. Why did it say if the unbelieving depart?
It's like if I could.
Why did it say 1 Corinthians 7 and 15? Why did it say if the unbelieving depart?
It's like if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you believe, then you wouldn't. Obviously, exactly. Divorce was unlawful.
Exactly. The believer knows the scriptures and would never leave. But the unbelieving, oh, come on, you heard it before. I can't do this no more.
Right.
This ain't for me. I need a man that's going to appreciate me and celebrate my Valentine's Day. And I know it's Mother's Day. And I know you love your mom every day of the year. But, we've heard it all before, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible goes, if they depart, let them go, man. Don't fight them. Don't please stay. Just let them go. And this is the reason why I keep it in.
Can't. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases.
It goes, in cases like this, a brother and sister ain't under bondage. What's the bondage? You're no longer bound to them. Let me get the scripture real quick. 1 second. If you could, with dog, get me Romans. No, sorry, 1 Corinthians 7 again, Salakia. 7:34.
1 Corinthians 7 and 34.
Nice and loud, Baba Kushar.
There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin.
No. Sorry, Romans 7 and 2, Baba Kushar. Salakia. 7 and 2, Salakia. My fault. Nice and loud because need to hear it in the mic.
Romans 7 and 2. For the woman which have a husband is bound by the Lord to her husband.
So a woman that has a husband is bound to the law by her husband. A woman that has a husband is bound to him. She's tied to him. To be bound means to bind something up means tied up. You're a woman with a husband, you're tied to him. It's like you might as well have handcuffs on. She's bound to that man. Go back to where you was with Alban.
Khan. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
That's the bondage is finished now. Remember that same bondage you had in Romans. A woman's bound to her husband. If she leaves, she's not bound no more. Let her go. If he leaves, not bound no more. Let him go. Keep it in.
Me or Obadiah?
You Sakia.
Come on. But God hath called us to peace.
There you go, man. The Lord has called us to peace, man. Don't fight. Don't fight with them. There's nothing more violent than being with someone that don't want to be with you. God has called us to peace, man. You don't want to leave? Shalom, which actually means peace. Salakia. Shalom don't mean hello. It means peace. You know what I mean? Bye. I don't want to hear no one. But what did I do wrong? Oh, that's the hidden was there. But what is it I don't do? No, but I did everything. I cooked. Don't let them go. That's all I gotta say. Salakia. So that's it. You can't beg them. You can't beg them to be with you. If someone don't want to leave, then let them go. You can't beg no one. They'll stay. They might stay for a day. They might stay for two. But in the end, they're going to leave anyway. So just let them go now, man. Where we at? Yeah, read on, Baba Kushar.
Verse 16. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband?
Okay, that's come off topic. Anymore? So that answers your question, Alban.
Come on, sir. I just wanted to know basically if being pleased to dwell with thee meant like she might not believe or understand, but she'll keep the laws. But it don't mean that. It means she might be
that too. You know, she'll keep the law even though she don't believe. You know, you don't allow pork in your house, and she'll be like, okay, cool, no pork. She see her friends come around like no pork. Sorry, ladies, you don't allow that. That's it too. But pleased to dwell means pleased to dwell means she's pleased to dwell. She ain't every day waking up. I can't do this no more, man. You're convinced at the stage. She's pleased. Like, oh yeah, you go to I.S.U.P.K thing. Well, try something. Yeah, she's pleased. Like I like you anyway. I don't believe. I'm an unbeliever. So what do unbelievers do? Celebrate Christmas, Easter. But she's pleased to dwell. She likes you. She ain't going nowhere anytime soon. She likes your company. She likes being around you. She's pleased to dwell, even though she don't believe what you believe. She believes that you're a bit harsh on the oppressor. You know what I mean? She don't agree with your stance on women. Oh gosh, that's so sexist. But hey, she just likes to be with you. Right. She don't want to leave. She's happy. She likes your personality, your looks, how you are, whatever the case may be, and she's not going nowhere. That's the one pleased to dwell.
Come on, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
So, break down Isaiah 56 and 10. Like, who was he talking about?
Give me Isaiah 56 and 10, Baba Kushar.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs.
Okay. This is talking about our leaders. Our watchmen are our leaders. This is Isaiah speaking about back then, but Isaiah prophesying as well. I talk about today. Our watchmen are our leaders. For instance, when you read about the book of Isaiah, the time of Isaiah, there was what false prophets out there. When you read about Isaiah, those Levite priests that was only doing their job for the money, didn't care about no one else. You know who's one of them priests? Eli's children. You guess who else? Samuel's children. These are a watchman's job. You stand on a high tower, a high tower, yeah, and they take it in shifts and they look around. See, he gets paid to see his job. There's nothing but look around. It's called a watchman. This is way before CCTV footage. It's way before radars. Now they got a radar, and if a missile's coming into your airspace, you can see it coming. Way before that, it was a man on a high tower with binoculars looking. And the shift will come, he'll come off, another man will come, and he'll look for danger. And if danger happens, he'll blow the horn, and everyone will blow the horn, all the armies will get ready, get their shields on. That was his job, a watchman. Now imagine the Bible's relating a watchman to the prophet. While a prophet's job is also to watch. So watch out, man, to make sure black people ain't on drugs, black people ain't on pork, we're not sinning, we're keeping the laws. And imagine a watchman that's blind. Imagine a man, it's his job to look out for the safety of the people, but he's blind. Then what good is he? And God is saying, listen, our watchmen are blind. The men that are supposed to look out for us, they're blind. Right. And that's mad in 2023, your Christian church. You go to a pastor who's blind, stupid. Your pastor can sing, dance, do the shuffle, back, do the moonwalk. I ask him, your pastor, where's Corinth? I don't know, you know. Ask him, I swear, ask him. Your pastor don't own a Bible dictionary, man. Your pastor don't know geography. Your pastor don't know Hebrew. Your average pastor don't know Hebrew. Your average pastor don't know the language the Bible is written in, man. And he's meant to look out for black people. That's the man you go to when your marriage is upside down. That's the man you go to when your kids are in a gang. That's the watchman that you look for to keep you safe. And he's blind. Don't know nothing. He said, Pastor, read the book of Corinthians, and it said Paul on the road to Damascus. Where's Damascus? I don't know, listen, around here I sing, I dance, I shuffle, I teach the blood of Jesus, I put on a good sermon, Right. Because God, how do all that stuff, but it's geography. Got it about geography. Imagine that, Raul, his Bible is full of geographical places, Babylon, this, history, and your Bible, your pastor to sing and dance. And we're the same thing back then, we're the same thing today. Our pastors are blind. Read that again from the top.
Khan. His watchmen are blind.
And our watchmen are blind. They're blind, they don't see anything. They're worthless. Your pastor's worthless, man. You got a man in the seat of God, in the seat of Moses, who's worthless, don't know nothing. Keep it in.
Khan. They are all ignorant.
They're all ignorant. You know what ignorant means?
Khan, it means to like not understand something or to...
Ignorant means to not know. Your pastor's a man of God. He knows nothing. He knows zero. All he knows what was taught to him when he went to church. Boy, he knows nothing, man. If your pastor was so great, our kids wouldn't be in gangs, man. If our pastor was so great, drugs wouldn't be sold. They know nothing. They're ignorant. Keep it in.
Khan. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark.
What are they?
They are all dumb dogs.
Right now, what's the purpose for a dog? There you go. A dog is, you got a guard dog that protects a warehouse. Why do guard dogs? Why does guard dogs, man, in garages, man? To this day, man, every time I open the garage, you hear a dog barking. But imagine if that dog don't bark. Imagine someone broke into your house and that dog don't bark. Therefore, you're still sleeping. Therefore, all your things get robbed. That's your pastor. It's a dumb dog. Dumb don't mean stupid. Dumb means you can't speak. You got a dumb dog. That's a dog that can't bark. You know the word dummy. Deaf and dumb. Dumb means you can't speak. Today, dumb means stupid. If you say, oh, you're dumb. Dumb in the Bible means you can't make a sound. Imagine you got a dog that can't bark. What good is he? Just like our pastor. What good are they, man? Our pastor, our dog's supposed to bark at the sign of danger. And black people are in danger, man. Salakia. Black on black crime happening, and your pastor's not barking about it, man. Women are raising kids by themselves, and your pastor ain't barking about it, man. Black men are becoming homosexual by the tons and tens and thousands, man. Little Nas X and all these chichi men, Salakia, and your pastor ain't speaking about it on Sunday, man. He's not speaking about it on his sermon on Sunday. He ain't barking at it, man. Black people are, dying by the hands of the police, black on black crime. The police are killing us in America, all over the globe. More drugs are being sold. There's an agenda to push homosexuality all through the radio. Your pastor is speaking about it, man.
That's right.
Speaking about it, talking about everyone dying and going to heaven. Imagine this: black people are dying on earth. He's talking about going to heaven. They are dumb dogs. They ain't barking at the side of danger. That's what he's talking about. That's our watchmen. That's our dogs, our alarm clock, or anything that makes noise at the side of danger. And it's manifold. They weren't doing it then, and they're not doing it now. It's like, yeah. They're not. You know what I mean? Everyone does what, like, the Lord sets boundaries, and people do what they want. Either listen or don't follow. And the Lord allows it to happen for a time, and He wipes it away, man. It's the Lord allowed pastors to do what they want and mislead people. Then you need to ask Eddie Long, man. I don't think you can, though, because in the grave. You see what happened to him. The Lord killed him. The men of the Bible as well, the Lord killed them too. That's what happened. The Lord gives people a time and a chance, and they think, this is an opportunity to make more money and more money. Until one day we hear about you on the news, man. You see that picture? No one ain't seen you in a while, and we see an updated picture of yourself, and you're all sucked out, and your cheekbones are showing. That's the Lord getting you, man. Michael Jackson was a plague to black people, man. How's a black man meant to feel proud of himself, man? When you got Michael Jackson bleached himself and trying to be a white man. Which I think Michael Jackson can be a white man or a white woman. I'm not sure. So lucky. And he had to lucky. I didn't kill him. I don't laugh neither. He had to go, man. The Lord got rid of him. And that's what happens to people that disobey the Lord. So that's what the watchmen are. You know what I mean? Was it 58? Was it?
That was 10. Isaiah 56 and 10.
56 and 10.
56 and 10.
All right, cool. It's one of my favorite chapters as well, But anyway, Anyway, reading on. Any more questions? Also, in fact, keep reading.
Can't. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark.
The all dumb dogs that can't bark, they're worthless. They can sing though. They can write books though.
Right.
They go on the God to write albums though. And they can organize a choir and they can take your money though. Have cars and take your wife and have good slogans and they can do a good electrifying sermon on Sunday though. But they're dumb dogs that cannot bark, man. Keep reading.
Can't. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
There you go, asleep, man. Asleep. Sometimes I have to wonder what I'm going for your pastor, man. Imagine black people are dying by the hands of white people. The Windrush. Did any pastor have a sermon on the Windrush? I don't think he did. Because black people are the ones that are being persecuted. We've been prosecuted, but your pastor cares about all people. When all people ain't being prosecuted and persecuted, black people are. This man must be asleep. I bet you any money when the Windrush scandal was going on and black people hungry and dying, your pastor like, I don't speak on them subjects. See, I speak on greater subjects. I speak on, I speak on worldwide subjects. Right. When Mark Duggan died, I bet you no pastor had no sermon about it, man. I bet you, you know what I mean? But I bet you when 9/11 happened, though, your pastor he had a lot to say. God. I bet you when the school shooting happened, when all people got killed, he had a lot to say. But when the police shootings happen, you don't say nothing. Why? Because it's too small of a matter. You know, God cares about the big matters only, man. Do you know pastors don't even talk about slavery? Don't even mention it, man. Don't even mention it. But they mention 9/11. They talk about the 7/7 bombings. That's what they talk about, man. Keep it in.
Can't. Yay, they are greedy dogs.
Oh, that too, man. Don't tell me this is talking about our pastors, man. They're greedy as well. They love money, man. Right. See, being a man that got it good enough, man, they got to sell books, man. Right. Being a man that got it good enough to ask for tithes and double tithes, and they got to come with a pinstripe suit with the crocodile pants, man. They got to have a mega church too, man. They got to have the building fund. How is it? Churches are non-profit organizations, man. They don't pay taxes, man. Churches, the building's paid for by the government, man. So, can someone tell me why we're taking a collection? I need to know. Look, big man thing. Listen, the church here is a non-profit organization that don't pay tax, and the government funds the church. The government funds the building. All you got to do is apply for it. Can someone tell me why they're taking tithes, number one? And can someone tell me why they're taking collection, man? Where's the collection going to? Everything they want is funded. They can put an application to the government and get a bigger church. They can say, your government, our church expanding, blah, blah, blah. And the church, they'll do their checks or whatnot. And we'll give you a bigger church, man. Why you need building fund? I don't know. From a little boy, they've been passing this bucket around, man. Getting this building fund. You know why? Because they're greedy, man. That's right. Greedy, man. Even that down to the church van they have. The church van they have is funded by the government too, man. The Sunday school, Saturday schools, all that, the crest for the kids and whatever what the church have nowadays, have a little play park for the kids, all that funded by the government, man. All of it is. Imagine my grandma had a church, about 5 men went there. It wasn't even that. This was like 5 men in there, it was empty, and I had the biggest church, the biggest church I've ever seen in my life. Biggest church ever. You're not gonna tell me them 5 people fund that church, man. The government fund it. They're gonna tell me their offerings fund the lights and the rent for that building. The government fund it, man. We get to taking offerings. Why? Because they're greedy, man. If that ain't good enough to go write a book, that ain't good enough to go have a DVD, TD Jakes. What's called the answers to your marriage in this book, the answers to life in this book. It's fees, man. The robbers, man. Keep it in.
Can't. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
And the greedy dogs that can never get enough. They can never get enough, man. Back in the day, school church, they have church trips as well. We jump on the van, you pay our money. You pass them out teeth, man. So like, moving on, man. That's who these people are, man. If you could, Redaya, get me, go on.
Was the relevance water and blood of calves and goats, the blood of goats, with I.S.U.P.K, in Hebrews 9:19.
Hebrews 9:19. What's the relevance of the blood and I.S.U.P.K?
No, the water with the blood of calves.
Let me see. Read that for me, please. But Hebrews 9:19.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse 19. For when Moses had spoken every precept to all the people according to the law, he took the blood of calves and of goats with water and of scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book and all the people.
Okay, that I'm not sure. I can break it down for you. So what you say when Moses got the law commandments, he took the blood, got the sacrificial lamb of goats, got hyssop, which is like it's like a tree branch. Like, you know, in Jamaica, they use a tree branch and a broom. He got it, dipped it in blood, and wiped it on the people, saying that, you know what I mean, you're under the covenant. This is the blood of, you know, the sacrifice. The water part, I can't say why he put water in there.
This is one of the precepts for Saturday.
Right, what Moses is doing here is sealing the law. He's saying, right, this is like, it's like a ceremony. You know how in the mafia, they prick their thumb and say, right, or you get jumped into a gang. The law said, right, this is the law, this is the book of the law. And it got, just like in Egypt, we got hyssop, and we put it over our doorpost to say, listen, this goat was sacrificed for us. When the angel of death comes, he sees that a goat died in your place, you ain't got to die no more, and we'll pass. And with that same blood sacrifice to say that, listen, we are in the covenant, exact same one. So Moses sprinkled the book with it and sprinkled us with it as well. The Bible, the scroll, to say, listen, these are the words we're going to live by.
It wasn't a book in Moses.
It was a scroll, but, you know, same thing. If you translate it, compass scroll. That's what it's talking about. Water in specific, why you put that in there, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to speak to Captain Mashaka or Captain Prussia. All right. But it's talking about basically Moses got wool. You know, wool soaks up blood. So it's like today when people salute the flag. We salute the Torah. We got the blood of the goat, which represents sacrifice, and put it on us. You know what I mean? We sprinkle the book as well, saying everything in this book, we're going to do it. And put that same sacrifice blood on the book as well. It's like, you know, it's like saying this is what we believe in. It's like an initiation or a ceremony. You know what I mean? It represented something. Like when a woman walks down the aisle with her father, you know what I mean? It's just representing that, listen, I'm giving you to him. And we're the same thing saying this lamb that died for us. The book, I mean, the words written up in this book, we're going to live by. It's on me. It's on me. I'm going to live this book, walk this book. You know what I mean? Talk it. You know, that's the sacrifice. But water in specific, I'm not sure why. The hyssop is like a branch. We'll put the blood in that. That way we can spread it easy. And same with the wool. Go on.
We use a hyssop to mark our doors and posts.
We did that in Egypt too. Not today.
No. In the Passover.
Yes.
The first Passover.
We did.
Is that what we use?
Hyssop. It's like a brush, like a branch. You know, branch is like a broomstick. And then like a duster today. And we use that and boom. Spread our 2 doorposts, side posts, and what's it called? What's it called, man? The top part. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. 1 second. What's it called on a door frame, the top part? See, Zarpon was here to tell me. But the top part of a door frame got a name anyway. You know what I mean? Go on.
The other one's Nehemiah 9 and 14. It needs reading from 13 to 15.
Like it's the head of the door.
What's it called?
The head of the door.
It's called the doorpost. It's doorpost. No, it's called a goalpost. That's the top part, yeah?
He said the head of the post.
The
head of the post is called.
Head of the top. The post of the sides, I believe.
Slack, yeah. In football, it's called a post, isn't it?
The crossbar.
Head crossbar. I get it mixed up with football slack, yeah. It's not a crossbar. It's called the head post. Nehemiah what slack, yeah?
Yes, the head of the door. Come on.
Let me get it. Nehemiah's hiding, man. Shut up once again. Read up, please, Vidal, when you get it, yeah? I could not find. Oh, yeah. 9 and 14.
Nehemiah 9 and 14.
Read from 13.
Nehemiah 9 and 13. Thou comest down also upon the Mount Sinai, and speakest with them from heaven.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about? You know what that's referring to?
It's an angel, one of God's workers, servants, messengers.
When did he do that? When did the angel come down from Mount Zion and speak to them? I mean the Israelites.
Oh, after we came out of the It's the captivity of Egypt.
Okay, all right, carry on.
And giveth them right judgments
And
and the laws.
When did he give us right judgments and laws? What are those right judgments and laws?
The laws, statutes, and commandments.
There you go. Gave it to who? Moses. Keep it in.
Good statutes and commandments.
Good statutes and commandments. Good. So don't tell me they're done away with. The good statutes and commandments, man. Keep it in.
And made us know unto them thy holy Sabbath, and the commandest them precepts and statutes and laws by the hand of Moses thy servant.
Okay. What's the question? What's that question on that?
The breakdown of verse 14.
So it's saying same thing, saying like, Lord, you dealt with these people. These are all being holy people, man. It's pleading the Lord like, listen, you sent your angel from Mount Sinai, gave him good laws, gave him your Sabbath day, gave him your precepts, your commandments, your holy Sabbath and your separate commandment. We have a Sabbath day. In fact, we have many Sabbath days. We got a weekly one. Every feast day is a Sabbath day. The Lord gave us separate days. Imagine the Sabbath day, the Lord called a holy convocation, meaning you got convocations, a convocation like a get together. You got many convocations where you come together, play cards, play PlayStation. But this one, you come together to the service. Like every man should come to the Sabbath day. That's what it's saying. Does that answer your question?
No, can you break down 15 as well?
Go on.
And gavest them bread from the heavens for their hunger, and brought it forth water for them out of the rock of their thirst.
Okay.
Is that literal?
That's literal. You leave it.
So the hunger, the bread that was given from heaven is literal.
Yeah.
Not metaphorical.
No, man. You read the Old Testament. What the Lord bring down for heaven? Manna. Not literal bread, but mean food, man. Like when a black man says, yo, you know, people say, yo, I gotta keep this job, you know. The job is my bread and butter, meaning this job is what feeds me. We didn't get bread, we didn't get a loaf of whole bread from heaven. We got manna, we got food from heaven, and we got water from a rock. You don't remember when Moses struck the rock? Boom. What Nehemiah is saying here in a nutshell is that the Lord is mighty, the Lord is great, and the Lord dwelt with us, and the Lord fed us. Imagine the Lord fed us in the wilderness. Listen to what, that's mad. The Lord gave us water in a place where there's no water. The Lord gave us food in a place where there's no food. It don't rain in the wilderness. There's no soil in the wilderness. So how can you plant food? He's saying, Lord, listen, you great. Listen, these are the people that you loved in time past, man. You gave them your precepts, your commandments. Come on, man. Don't leave us in captivity, man. They're the same people that you fed in the wilderness and gave them bread from heaven, man. You gave them bread. Remember manna from heaven. You gave them bread from heaven. And you gave them water from a rock. Let's get that, man. Let's talk. Let's get to exactly what Nehemiah is talking about. One second. Give me Exodus 16. And 2.
The book of Exodus chapter 16 verse 2.
So this is what Nehemiah is talking about. Nehemiah is talking about the past, saying, God, man, come on, man. You know what I mean? Don't do us like this, man. Don't abandon us. I know we sinned, but we're the same people that you fed in old time, man. And this is what Nehemiah is talking about. 16 and 2.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron.
And we murmured. So we got out of Egypt. We got under the oppression of Pharaoh. And now we're free. And we walk in the wilderness, man. We're hot, we're bothered. And we start to murmur, man. Why? You know, we're going to read on what we murmured about. Murmur means to speak evil against or to mumble against. Keep it in.
Murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
Keep it in.
And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord.
Look at that, man.
The land of Egypt.
And we started to be ungrateful. We went through a bit of pain, a bit of discomfort. This is a bit of we died, you know. We're coming here to die anyway. We're hungry. We're in the wilderness. There's no food around here. We got a little bit of food left in our bag from what we got from Egypt. Like, you brought us out here to die, man. Oh, I can't stand this no more. We started to murmur, man. We could have just been slaves. We could have just been picking some cotton. Let me tell you something. Being free comes with discomfort, man. You look at any successful man, it wasn't easy. Any successful man would tell you it was hard, man. There were times I put my last dollar, my last this, my last that, and we didn't want to go for that pain. When we went for that pain, we started to diss Moses and said that it was better that we died in Egypt. Keep it in.
When we sat by the flesh pots and when we did eat bread to the full.
Look at that, man. And I was saying this was better when we was in Egypt. We had flesh pots and we ate till we were full. That's like, imagine we're going to be in the wilderness again. We're going to be in the wilderness again, man. And I guarantee there's going to be black people saying, look, man, I miss Tesco, man. And Dixie chicken, I'm out here stuffing back then. On 150, you know, 150 and my belly was full, man. So I had coupons, had the Tesco coupons, me and all my children, man. Fill up a Tesco cart in no time, man. Now I'm here with you guys, man. Keeping the Sabbath day, suffering, sharing with you, sharing with my brothers, making it work. You know what I mean? Just sharing with my brothers, just making it work, you know what I mean? Just, we're all just suffering together. I'd rather be back in Handsworth, man. 24 hours, you know, Radaya Allah. You could pull up 12 o'clock at night time, do a quick shot. Yeah, them Uber Eats on your phone, you just book. And if you didn't have no money, you could text one of your brethren and he could send you some money, man. Why are you? Now I'm here stuck with you guys, man. With this Passover thing. We said the same thing back then, man. So back then we eat till we were full. Forgetting the fact we're slaves, mind you. Forgetting the fact that even though we had Tesco, police were killing us. Forgetting the fact that even though we had Tesco, black woman was whores and was gunned down and gang violence and black on black crime. We forgot that too. Keep it in.
Well, ye have brought us forth into this wilderness.
And he goes, one second, he says, you brought us forth. You blaming Moses now? Look what you done, man. Oh, the last time I listened to you, I don't know why I listened to this man, you know, I could have been back there getting whipped, but get food in my belly. Keep it in. Hold your point, please.
To kill this whole assembly with hunger.
There you go. So you got us out of Egypt, but now we're going to die of hunger anyway. Keep it in.
Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven.
There you go. So what you're reading about in Nehemiah's quoting this. Nehemiah's a man like us. Nehemiah wasn't around the time of Moses. He's reading about it. He's reading about like when you pray today, you say, Lord, please, man, you know what I mean? Please have mercy on my brothers, man. You know what I mean? The same God that helped from Egypt. You went there in Egypt. You read about it. Nehemiah read about it. And Nehemiah said, Nehemiah reading about the Lord bringing bread from heaven. What we're reading right now. Keep it in.
And the people shall go out and gather certain rates every day.
The people go out and get a certain weight every day. You know, a weight's like a measurement, you know, kilogram, an ounce, whatever the case may be. They get a certain amount. As you read on, this bread from heaven is called manna, like a coriander seed, but it rain from heaven, the seed, and you will grind it down and you can make bread with it. Flat bread with it, whatever the case may be. Keep it in.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
And the Lord did this to prove us, man. The Lord wanted us hungry on purpose, to see he was real, to see he was like, you know what, I'm hungry, but I'm down with the Lord, and the Lord will come through. To have them brothers separated from them. So I won't say it. Them brothers that, I'm hungry, man, I'm leaving the truth. Ever since the coming of the truth, hard times have happened. I'm 2 months behind on my bills, I'm leaving. The Lord wants to separate them type of people. And he does it today. You know what I mean? With a bit of discomfort, man. It's like this.
I was just going to say, our people's ears are hard to truth because they live in the state they live in, complain every day, but then when they say, what's this about that you know, they just start explaining to them and showing them the state of that people are going, like they're shocked. You look at it every day, you see what's going on, and still they don't want to come out.
What's this true? I do this every Saturday. I do this every day. My phone rings up with, you know, people loving the school and everything. And they're sick of oppression. They hate it, they don't like it. Everyone with eyes feels oppression, we all go through it, man. But when I say what you gotta do, I'm shouting, you know. I swear they said, I've heard it all. You know what I mean? What I gotta do, man? I heard you like black. What got me down? You first of all, you put down weed. I don't think I can join this, you know. If then, I guess you gotta stay in the pressure. They'll try anything else, but they want to try this.
Right.
So that's the bread. Now you want the water from the rock, yeah? Let me get that. All right, give me Numbers 20 and 1.
Verse 20. Book of Numbers chapter 20 and verse 1. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month.
So this is another incident. We're in the wilderness still. We're walking around the Lord, proving us, seeing who's real, seeing who's not real. You know, we're walking again. You know, we walk through the desert. The Lord made us walk for 40 years to prove us. You know what I mean? We're in the desert now again, a place where there's no water, no food. Keep it in.
Khan. And the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there.
So
and there
again,
was no
so
water.
at this point, Miriam died, Moses' sister. So we're getting on now, time's passing, probably 20 years have passed, 30 years have passed. Moses' sister's old and dead now. Keep it in.
Khan. And there was no water for the congregation.
And there was no water. So another incident now. With the incidents we had no bread, the incident where there's no water. It's the wilderness, so you're not gonna find no river that's running. You're not gonna find no stream. It don't rain that much. Anyone seen I have. I watch it regular. Anyone seen National Geographic? You ain't seen it. Why are deers always on a mission? Why are zebras always on a mission? Why are they always moving on the go? Anyone know? We're looking for water. That's why. And that's us. One part dries up, bang, on a mission, go to the next place. We'll set up tent till we jam there for a time. That dries up, boom, we go somewhere else. That's the wilderness. That's how it is. You know what I mean? If you watch, David Attenborough will put you on. Well, you ask David Attenborough, man. You think it's hard as shit. Trust me. I swear it's David Attenborough, but he knows a lot, man.
Like the documentary things.
Yeah, you don't see his face. I thought I saw his face when they had a heart attack. I said, yo, wasn't the man I fought behind the narrator? But anyway, that's what on the move. In the wilderness, water dries up constantly. If it never, you could dwell there. The reason why we can dwell in Birmingham because the river. Yeah, what river is it again? River Severn. And the reason why people live in Bristol because that River Avon. Had it not been, they'll have to move. It'd be a motorway. It'll be land, whatever. Yeah, seven, River Severn, innit? River Severn, Bristol's River Avon. Which one you got? Seven Trent as well. Come on. Oh, you like Midlands, innit?
River Sort.
River. What river you got, Albon? In Manny?
I don't know.
Well, you need every country. It's like, yeah, every country is a source of water. Water is what the Egyptians had the River Nile, the Mesopotamia had the River Jordan. You need it, else you can't drink. Your livestock can't drink. Your horses can't drink, and therefore you can't live there. Wherever there's no water, people don't live. Keep it in.
And there was no water for the congregation. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron.
Here you go again. A bit of this going for it now. I just start to complain and cuss the leaders, which is magic. How come the pastors mess up here and no one cusses the pastors, man? Everyone supports him. The pastor will molest a child and people still support the pastor. Well, no, it's perfect. Well, everyone falls. But if you're in the UPK here and your men got discomfort, they're quick to blame you, man. I've seen the videos. I'm leaving the UPK, and the reason is because my other one let me do 100 push-ups. I'm leaving UPK because the guy above me was giving orders, and there's no man above me but God. But your pastor can molest children, and no one's perfect. And the same thing back then, man. With Moses, people all they had to do was wait for Moses. Moses didn't do wrong yet, man. Moses parted the Red Sea, and done not wrong yet. But again, it's like to go against him. Oh boy, Moses, this man, Moses, do you even know what you're doing? I can picture it. Moses, do you even know what you're doing? Boy, Moses, what's it? Moses and Aaron say, boy, at the blind man, 2 planks of wood, 2 of them can't make one. All the sayings are saying, man. Keep it in.
Khan. And there was no water for the and the people chode with Moses and spake, saying,
It's like the same thing to say today about black people. Well, I work for black people, bad to bad. You work for the white man, you get your money on time. But they said the same thing. Bad to bad in Egypt, at least we got fed, we got water at least. Say the same thing, man. Say today. That's why I don't really work for black people because when time it comes for the money, you don't get your money on time, That's the business. Black people love corners, Bad to bad in Egyptians, they whipped up back and everything. But boy, this one never went thirsty yet. Never went hungry yet. The murmured against Moses, man. Keep it in.
Khan. And the people chode with Moses and spake, saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord.
Oh, there you go, man. So with God that we died with our brethren. There were some rebels that died in the wilderness because they thought they could do what Moses could do. And they said with God, meaning I wish I died with them brothers, man. It would have been better if I died with them brothers, man. Keep it in.
And why have ye brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there?
They say you brought us up so far, so we should die. Why? You brought us from Egypt where we're living just to kill us here. Well, that makes sense. Keep it in.
Khan. And wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt? to bring us in unto this evil place.
Keep reading.
It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates.
There you go. So that
Right.
Moses, why would you come here? This ain't a place of figs and pomegranates. This ain't a place where things grow. This ain't a place where the soil and the trees and apple trees. We're in the wilderness, man, with sand. This is not a place where things grow. Why would you come here? You stupid. That's how they get onto Moses. You know what I mean? When you read it in the spirit, you know, you read it in Old English, which is poetic. You know, you read, why would you bring us here? Read, these are black people. Are you stupid? Do you see the trees here? The trees grow here. So why would you come here for? You know what? Just don't talk to me, man. They're going at Moses hard. They're rising against him. When you read in the spirit, you see how hard they're getting on Moses, man. Keep it in.
Come.
So Lark is called the River Mersey. Come on. Tazapa knows his thing, you know. Same one, but Liverpool and man is next door, man. Arab part probably. Go on, keep reading.
And why he brought up the slack here. It is no place of seed or of figs or of vines or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink.
So there's no water, man. So they're costing him, Moses, I don't know what's wrong with you. Took us here. If you had any sense, you wouldn't come here. Do you see any trees? Do you see any apple trees? Do you see any water? So what we're doing here? They know best. Keep it in.
And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
There you go. So at this point, we didn't have a proper city. At this point, we had a city, but it wasn't established. It was like it's portable, kind of. Like it's set up tents. Imagine this whole road full of Israelites. You have tents. Even had the temples there too. We had a big tent, and when only the priests could go in there. In that big tent, in a veil with the holes of holies wood. When we got our own land now, everyone built cement houses. By this point, everyone had to pack up their stuff and roll. So at this point, we still in a temple, but it was portable. And Moses went in that temple. That's the congregation talking about. Keep it in. Something. Hold your point, please. Keep it in.
And they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them.
Keep it in.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother.
So the Lord, Moses speaks to the Lord right now, or an angel, and the Lord saying, Take the rod, you know what I mean, and all the congregation. Keep it in.
And speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water.
And that's the other part. So you know where it talks about the Lord feeding us from heaven, and the Lord gives water from a rock. It happened right here, and you realize the water gushed out of the rock. I imagine a big stone, a big boulder. You know what I mean? The Lord did a miracle, and water gushed out the rock. So much water that our cattle drank, we drank, is flowing and flowing and flowing. That's what the Bible was talking about. So the bread is literal, and the water also is literal. That's the Lord doing a miracle, saying that I can give you water in a place where there's no water. I can give you bread in a place where it don't rain. There ain't even no mud. You have to plant nothing in no ground. That's literal. And this is the history right here that we're reading off. Is that answer your question? Stop. Show the question.
I just wanted to know what makes it a city if it's surrounded by walls.
Yeah, a city is a fence. A city. No, what makes it a city is the population. It's a population ain't around a certain amount of town. I could not ask the number. I can't remember. Is that correct?
No, a city.
I see in England, a cathedral and a university. It's like I beat it. In England, but in England anyway, because there's cities around the world that are not even Christian. You know what I mean? But in England, what makes a city is a cathedral and a university. It's university. I thought what sure it is. Anyway, I look into what I say. That's why if you got one, not the other. I think it's two. I can't remember what it is. You must have a cathedral.
It's a cathedral or a university.
Yeah, I thought so. It's a cathedral. So Ipswich ain't got neither of them. West Bromwich don't have one. Luton don't have one. Wolverhampton got one.
It also says a particular form of local government or having a large population.
Wolverhampton City alive. It's a city. Wolverhampton got a university and a cathedral. You know what I mean? And there's it's a city. I'm telling you, Wolverhampton City. I'm telling you, Warsaw ain't a city. West Bromwich ain't a city. Wolverhampton is. Let me just double check.
His thing is city. What's it called?
I know Wolverhampton's definitely a city. Cause I know Yeah, it's a city. The reason how I know is because Birmingham is the capital of the West Midlands, and the cities that make up West Midlands is Coventry, Wolves, and Birmingham, and a few and Warwickshire. What's that? A couple others anyway, but not for a fact. But anyway, what makes up a city is it population? It's population. How much members you got? In England, it's a cathedral, so it's a population. That's what makes up a city. That answers your question. If it's under a certain amount of town, if it's under a certain amount, it's a village. You know the ones there, and so forth and so forth. But the population makes it what it is. You know what I mean? Right. So answer your question. Yeah. Any more questions? If I Alban, get it for me. Get what makes the city like yeah.
Can't another one, can't. It's get that here.
Not the UK though. In general.
Find it. Oh, in general.
Yeah, not the UK because they're gonna say cathedral when not every country has a cathedral.
Come on.
Oh, in fact, yeah, I got it. Yeah, type in city on Wikipedia.
Is it?
The first line.
So it says here, is I loaded up? Oops, lucky. It says here, a city is a human settlement of notable size.
There you go. So its size, it's a settlement where people dwell with a certain size. You know what I mean? You got and the smaller it becomes something else. Like the smaller it becomes a village, a town, whatever the case be. You know, certain size makes it a city. You keep it in.
It can be defined as a permanent or densely settled place with administratively defined boundaries.
There you go. So a certain boundary, certain walls. Like from this boundary to this boundary is Birmingham. You go a bit more to the east, you're in, you know, Leicester or Nottingham. That's a city. That's how you define a city. Not called English terms different, but just as a wide scale. Damn, I didn't get my topic, man. Any more questions? I might as well answer questions. I'm done, man. If not, I'll go into what I can go into. If you could give me Isaiah 47:4, Baba Kusha.
Can't.
You could read Isaiah 47:4. Khan.
Isaiah 47:4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name.
There you go. And the Bible says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. Redeemer is a savior. Redeemer is someone that comes to save you. Black man is black man. Our Redeemer is the Lord, man. I'm going to show you today, black man, that you can't be saved but by the Lord. You can't be saved because you're smart. You can't be saved because you went to school and you voted and you marched or you got guns and fought as oppressor. I'm going to show you that in time past, there was people that tried to do it that way. And we can't come out of oppression but by God, man. We can't come out under the neck of the white man but by God. Now, you can be smart. You can go to school. You can be learning, you know, combat, whatever. But you can't come out of it but by serving the Lord. The Lord is our savior. The Lord is our redeemer, man. Not our own mind. You had people like the Black Panther that say, you know what? We're going to come under the oppression of the oppressor because we're going to get guns. Didn't work. You had Rasta, so you know what? We're going to go back to Ethiopia. Didn't work. You had Black people, so you know what? We're going to go into politics and make it work that way. And that way it will work. It won't work, man. There's only one man that can redeem. That is God, man. Slack, you right?
Is just redeem about one definition.
Redeem means to save or to buy. Meaning, if you was in slavery and I redeemed you, I purchased you. I say I redeemed you out of that condition.
I just thought I'd read in the Gospels that it breaks down Christ redeemed us to give us a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a different definition.
Same.
So you're given a second chance.
Yeah, saved us. So we got a second chance. So if you're the drug dealer in your past, you deserve death. You deserve to die. Christ died for you and saved you from that death. Now you get a second chance to arrive. No more selling drugs for me. That's what it means. Redeem means to save, or redeem means to buy, which means the same thing. But the Bible goes, "You shall be in slavery, and no man shall redeem you, and no man shall buy you." We could buy a man out of slavery, save him from slavery back then. If a man was in debt, we could redeem him or redeem his debt. And that's the analogy it uses to save a brother. When it goes, the Lord your redeemer. In fact, to get the definition, go on Google on your phone and type in redeem, define.
Okay,
To redeem. I got the word Webster. It says, go on, which one you got? Compensate.
Compensate for the faults or bad aspects, disappointed debate, redeemed only by an outstanding speech, a gain or regain possession.
All right, on outstanding speech, you see what it says similar.
Yeah.
Press the drop bar.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Do something that compensates for.
No, you see right under it. It's similar. What else?
Atone or make amends.
You seen it all right here? I'm on the same on your end. It says save, rescue, justify, compensating, redemptive. You see, redemption means to save. So that's what it's talking about, to save us. You go back to where you were, Alba, if you could.
Can't. On the, I was at the
Sorry, we're not reading. Sorry, go on with that.
Yeah, 47.
No, we're being redeemed. Like redemption is us going to the kingdom. We're gonna be saved from this kingdom to be in our own kingdom. We're being saved from when they go, Christ saved us from our sins, meaning the sins that we've done in the past, and Christ saved us from them. He died, so we don't have to. He died, so we don't have to die for them. Does that make sense? Go on.
I don't know if it's a Christian thing to say like when Christ died, we're free from. Like when it says we're free from. What does it mean? Like free from sin. Like what does that mean?
Okay, so this is the case. We had a law in the Bible that if you do a sin, a sheep would die in your place. You get me? So you don't die, a sheep dies. Now we committed sins that were so bad that there was no sheep that could die in our place. None. You use a sexual deviant, you die. That's in the Bible. If you serve another God, you die. So Christ became that lamb. Christ was that lamb without blemish, lived his life correctly, did no sin, and then died for us. Died for us. So now, if you owe a debt, or if you kill somebody, you're a murderer, you deserve to go to jail. Now imagine you change your life and not kill nobody else. Can you tell the judge, I used to kill people, I don't kill people no more? What would the judge say? So I don't care, you go in jail. And likewise, God don't care about you change your life now. You deserve to go in jail. Unless a man goes in jail for you in your place. Like if you rack up tickets, you can't say, yeah, I'm responsible now. I don't rack up tickets. I don't give a damn. Someone got to pay this. Christ, that man that paid it. Christ, the man that went to the bank and said, it's okay, I'll pay it. Christ, the man that didn't sin, that died for us. Someone died for us. That's Yahushua. So now, when you change your life and come in the truth now, you got a sacrifice ready for you now. Now you got to die. Christ is that man that died for you. That's what it means by free from sin. I mean, all the sins you did in the past, you're free from that now. But anything you do now, you got to pay for it, man. You got to pay. Every mistake you make now, you got to pay for it, man. You know, you ask the brothers that made mistakes, man. You know what I mean? And lost this and lost that, and hit with fines, and they know, man. And that them things happen because why? Now you're responsible for the sin that you do now. Suck, yeah.
Oh, so like the general was saying that when you've got Christ, or when you like come to the truth, you're a living sacrifice, like daily.
That's right. You're a living sacrifice. So you everything you do, you sacrifice for the things that you wanted to do. You used to love smoking weed and eating pork, whatever. Now you sacrifice what you like to do to do the right thing. You live for Christ. Well, live is everything you do. You used to love whores, but you don't no more because the Bible says you don't. You sacrifice yourself. That's what it means by living sacrifice. Not a dead sacrifice. A dead sacrifice, you know what Christ did, killed himself. So, you know, die for your past sins. Now you got to be a living sacrifice. Put down the things that you want to do for what's right. Go on, read that about Bashar.
Isaiah 47, verse 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name.
And that's the problem. Our Redeemer, our Savior is God, man. And too much of black people think we don't believe in this book no more. And we think that we can redeem ourselves. We think that we got the way. Let me tell you something. Buying black is good, man. But buying black won't redeem us. Let me tell you something. Black people in power may be good, man. But that won't redeem us, man. More cameras might be a good thing, man. But that won't redeem us. Marching. I don't believe in marching. But that won't redeem us, man. Taking up arms and fighting against our oppressor, that won't redeem us. And it didn't work back then either, man. Someone give me Acts 5. If you could, Ariel, give me Acts 5. And
Acts chapter 5.
1 second. Give me 30. Give me a minute. Go on, give it Acts 33. It's Acts 5 and 33.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 33. When they heard that, they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay them.
There you go. So the Pharisees were cut. It was cut by John and, you know, Peter doing a wonderful work, man. And I thought, they had a counselor sit down like, yo, how are we going to kill these niggas, man? Keep it in. Salakia, these are men of God, mind you, Salakia. Sorry to mention. These are the men at the top. These are the Pharisees. The men that you go to know the Lord, man. They're just disgusting, man. Disgusting. When the Bible says you can't murder, these men were having a counsel how to murder, just like your pastor, man. Your pastor makes me, you know, your pastor believes in, oh, you're men of God and we believe in the law and freedom of speech. But yet, when we're on the street corners, they're the first ones calling police on us, man. They're the first ones wishing death on us, man. They're the biggest hypocrites, man. Keep it in.
Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Galileo.
And there stood up one Pharisee called Gamaliel. This was the man that Paul was raised under, man. A doctor in the law. Keep it in.
A doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people.
As a doctor had reputation, man. His name rang bells, man. This was your top ranking big scholar, scholastical. When you say his name, I'm go, oh, him. Ooh. This is a big man in the law. Keep it in.
And commanded reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space.
Keep it in.
And said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
And it goes, these are you men of Israel, man. Be careful what you want to do regarding these men. You want to kill them, be careful, man. Be careful. Think about what you're going to do when it comes to these men. Keep it in.
For behold, Salakia, for before these days.
So before these days, so he's saying, listen, man, don't worry about these guys, man. They're joking. Listen, before these men came on the scene, read.
Rose up Theodas.
There's a man called, before these men, there's a man called Theodas. Keep it in.
Boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain.
And there you go, man. Fake Israelites have always existed. He's saying before the apostles, you man don't remember Theodas. And they got 400 men. I said, God's with him. And we're out there. This man was slain, man. This man was slain. There's always people around that thought that they could get the kingdom without God. That thought they could round up men and go take up guns and get without God. That thought that we should go to school and do it that way. That we should buy black and do it that way. We can come out of slavery. Listen, I got the answers. Listen, my name is ZZ Mills, and this is what you got to do. This is what black people should do. There's always been men that had the answers, man, and all of them were slain. All of them came to nothing. Who remembers the bus boycott in Bristol, man? They had the way to get the kingdom. They had the way to get black people jobs, man. And who even knows about them now? No one. Just like back then, there was black people that had the way to defeat the Romans, had the way to get out of slavery, and they were the slain, man. And they had a big following too, just like Theodas had a big following too, and now the following is nowhere. Remember Rastafarianism had a big following, man. Everywhere you go, man, I drew this red, gold, and green everywhere. And now guess what? All slain. Had a big following too, man. Just like Theodas. And now where are they? Nowhere. Keep it in.
And all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught.
And anyone that obeyed him was scattered and brought to naught, man. Just like the Rastafarian doctrine, man. Anyone that followed it, where are they now? Walking up and down the high street, man, out of their mind, in jail, scattered, naught. No one even knows what. Ask a child, what's a Rasta? Like, I don't even know. Nowadays, you know, we look up. Back in there, Rasta man was a man of respect. Man, remember, you see Rasta man, you stop swearing. Nowadays, you see him as a crackhead, man. He seems a knitted, man. His clothes are all dirty and everything. You know what I'm saying? You see a Rasta man, you go, you're right, cool. In the back of the bus playing with your friends, you see him, you make sure you get fixed up, man. Why? Because it's brought to naught. There's always been people that had the answers for black people, and all of them failed, man. Keep it in.
After this man rose up Judas of Galilee.
And after that, there's another man called Judah from Galilee. You know, in the Bible, loads of Judas, isn't it? And you know, when there's loads of Nathans, how do we tell you apart, man? You're Nathan from Highfields. You're not Nathan, small Nathan, man, big Nathan. You notice the Bible said Judas from Galilee because loads of Judases. You got Judah in the Old Testament, who started the word Judah. You got Judas Iscariot. You know what I mean? It's called Judas Iscariot for a reason. Tell them apart, man. That's how black people are, man. Keep it in.
After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing and drew away much people after him.
And next man come on the scene, I got the way. See, what you got to do is buy black. See, this is the problem. We need more black businesses. We need Black Pound Day. No, we need the bus boycott. No, we need to march. No, we got to do. We got to tear down statues in the middle of London. All these people got the way, man. And all these people got a big following. They got people following after them. What do you say? And how much people did them Judas have? Just said many. Many obeyed him, man. And what happened to these people? Keep reading.
He also perished.
He also perished too, man. He died. He died and perished. And that's 10 years from now, people are going to forget about the Edward Colston. People are going to forget about Black Lives Matter. And black people are still going to be where? On the bottom, man. We tried it all. What we got to try is the Lord, man. We got to do coming to the I.S.U.P.K. There's been many movements, man. For the time of Paul and them, man, there's always been a man that got the way. I got the answers. And all these men come to naught. Just like the Rastafarian movement. Just like, you know, in America, they had what's it called? You know what? Come on, you're a rapper, man. You know about 5% movement. Everyone was on that, yeah, man. Culture of a God, yeah, God. Da, 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 da. Now, who even knows, man? Ask a kid about 5%. I don't know. Ask a kid about a Rasta. I don't know. Ask a kid about the bus boycott movement. I don't know. No one knows anything. And in 20 years, asking about Black Pound Day, they're like, what? What? They don't know. Asking about BLM. So what the hell is that? All these men are brought to know. I'm going to find out why. Keep it in.
And all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
There you go, dispersed. Them same men that was in BLM now as working regular jobs. They all lost their fight now. All the men that was good, hardcore rastas, where are they now, man? They shaved their hair now. You know, they can't be. They got fades and short back and side. That was a fight back then. Oh, I can't do it no more, man. It was a thing was into back then. They ain't got it no more. I'm lying. Where they now? No one got to fight no more. They either on drugs, in jail, just disappear. I don't know where they're gone. They disappear the face of the earth. They're just dispersed. Keep it in. All the people, all the Black Panthers with the guns and the big afro. Where's my big afros, man? We don't see them no more. Where's the black leather jacket, man? You know why they all got jobs now? Also, you know, forget it, man. Work at 9 to 5 and just live my life, man. They all got short back and sides and fades and, you know, live a regular life. Keep it in.
And now I say unto you, refrain from these men.
And this is a wise man, man. This man said, refrain from these men. Refrain. Okay, yeah. Oh, God now. He said, he goes, refrain from these men. Refrain means to leave these men alone. This is what this man said. This is a wicked man, but he has some sense. He goes, leave these men alone, man. Leave. Don't bother fight against Paul and them. Don't bother fight against Peter and them. Keep it in.
And let them alone.
He said, leave them alone. Let them do their thing, man. Keep it in.
For if this counsel of this man.
Come on, my favorite scripture. Come on, you can't ruin it like that, man. Keep the flow.
And let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
There you go, man. Go leave him, man. If this is a man thing, it will come to naught, man. Let me tell you something. The I.S.U.P.K ain't a man thing. That's why from 1969, we're still going, man. Rastafarian was of man. BLM is of man. And he goes, leave him alone. Don't fight. Look, I don't fight Muslims. I don't fight black Muslims. Back in the 80s, remember Malcolm X and his black movement, his black Muslim stand was thriving, man. We don't fight them. And guess what? It was of men, and it came to naught, man. Just leave them alone. Keep it in.
But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it.
And he was wise, man. If it be of God, you cannot overthrow it, man. So guess what? You better leave us alone, man. Don't call the police on us. Don't block our channels. Don't, what's it called? Shadow ban. Don't shadow ban us. Because if it's of God, you can't overthrow it, man. You're wasting your time.
That's right.
He's been sat down, had a council. How are we gonna stop this man of God? And even a man of their own man said, don't even bother, man. If this is of God, you can't overthrow it. You better leave it alone, man. You better leave the I.S.U.P.K alone because it's of God. It's of God. You can pump slander out there. You can diss Dunga Bar with his 2 wolves on his shoulders. You can try, but this is of God. Therefore, you can't overthrow it, man.
That's right.
The class, the priest and prophet, the Dar with the salutes like one time. All right, come on, clap it up. The salute. No, yeah. I imagine.
Imagine Shabbat. Imagine.
No, I'll do it again. Sorry. Man of Israel.
Man of Israel.
Shabbat.
Imagine Shabbat. Imagine.
Yahweh Hashem.
Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shai Brakatham.
Saw me turn. The sisters, the kind of salute. Man of Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shema Alatam Hashem Hashem.
With that, with that, cast dismiss.
Shalom Yabashim Shabbat.